Hi, Simon Young from DuncanFitnessCenter.com, and I'm here with Lisa. And we're going to show you phase 11, workout number 1. We're going to use band variations on these, and Lisa's going to show you some versions. I'll show you the others. So let's get at it. The first one is going to be a split squat. So we're going to go with body weight split squat variation first. Hips are nice and square. We're going to line up this back foot with the front foot. Fingers and hands can go on the hips to help stabilize. Pulling the back knee towards the floor, driving through that front heel midsole. Don't let your knee on that front leg go past your toes. You're thinking about pulling this back knee towards the floor, driving through using this glute and the hamstring to get up to the top. Now let's look at a progression. Lisa's going to take her band and put it overhead, pulling her shoulder blades together a little, starting to fire her mid-upper back. That mid-upper back is a great thing to get into. It's nice and metabolic, and then using the hips and the glutes. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, so I'll show you another progression. We're going to add a band. On the band, start from the bottom position, put the band over your shoulders, get your elbows nice and high. Keeping the hips good and square. You drive through that front midsole heel, squeeze the bum, top position so you don't wobble. Pull the back knee towards the floor and drive up nice and strong. Progress that even further by going overhead. On the overhead, we pull it apart, keeping nice and tight, all the way to the top, squeeze that butt, don't let your lower back arch, pull it back down, and drive back up. So that's the first one, and it's the split squat. From there, we're going to go to a pull down. Come on in, Lisa. So Lisa's going to show us the pull down. We're going to look at, for Lisa, a pull down. She's going to go behind her neck, and I'm going to go in front. This varies because of impingements, and we might get caught in a tree as we do this. Okay. I'll move this tree out Lisa's way. Okay, Lisa, so you're going to drive it up with the legs, and then she's going to pull her shoulder blades together, pull her elbows tight to her ribs to fire her mid-back. Good, driving up nice and strong, neutral pelvis, butt squeezed. Good, Lisa, that's nice. And then drive up nice and strong. So she's really trying to pull her shoulder blades down and back like she's putting her shoulders into her back pockets. Nice work, Lisa. Good. And come out of it. So for me, it's a little bit different because my upper thoracic's a lot tighter than Lisa's is. So I go palm up, palm up. I pull my shoulder blades apart to set my mid-upper back. From that position, I can cheat it up a little with my legs. I pull the shoulder blades apart and I keep pulling down with my elbows towards my rib cage to fire my back. I cheat it up with my legs, I lock it out, and then I pull it down and back, really feeling the back muscles work. Next one up is a half kneeling chop. So we fastened our band onto a tree. Hopefully it's a sturdy tree.
I'm hoping so.
Hope so. Okay, so we're going to step on out, stagger stance. So Lisa set her legs so there's room for her to chop. She's going to keep her hips nice and square, knee and ankle aligned, squeezing the bum on this kneeling leg. Good work, Lisa. That's good. She's driving down. As she drives down, she braces her abdominals hard, trying not to rotate in the middle. Nice work, Lisa. Looks good. Really squeezing through this side. Excellent. Good job. Nice. So that's your first 3. Next 3 exercises are a front squat, a one-arm press, and a half plank row. So for the front squat, Lisa's going to show you the first variation, and I'll show you another variation. So we're going to stand on our band, and we're going to start by squatting down and putting the band over our shoulders, and then come up to standing. Good. Keep the elbows nice and high. You push the knees out towards the band as you sit into a squat. Then as you drive up to standing, you're squeezing the bum to lock it out. You're trying to load midsole and heel, and the band gives you great feedback of pushing those knees out. Nice. Looks good. Last one, Lisa. Looking nice on this. And rest. Beautiful. So you're always trying to fire that mid-upper back. If you don't have any mid-upper back impingement, you can then do this as an overhead. You can cheat it up and overhead, pull the shoulder blades apart. Thanks, Lisa. You sit down and back into a full squat, and you drive up to standing. There is a lot more core work, a lot more stabilization work going on in the overhead squat. From the overhead squat, we're going to the one-arm press. Take your band, Put it securely under your foot and wrap it around the rear of your body. Put it onto your palm and over your shoulder. Hips are nice and square. From there, you're going to drive on out. That's nice. Control it down, pushing the elbow out slightly. Drive up strong, keeping the hips square, using our core. Nice work, Lisa. Looks good. Excellent. Lisa's doing a good job to stabilize her hips, get all that core integration. Beautiful. Okay. Now, if we want to make this a little bit more dynamic, so our core has to work harder, we've got to be a bit more reactive. Make sure it's secure under that leg. Hips are square. We can add a slight dip with the knee, and from this position, we punch it out. Locking the core, stabilizing the shoulder, no shrugging. Pull it down, little dip, punch it out. Pull it back down. Little dip, punch it out. Just the reactive aspect of the band, adding the dip, means that the shoulder and core have to work harder. Final one in this is a plank row. If you've got some shoulder issues going on, doing a regular plank as a shoulder touch could be enough for you. So you go in a regular plank, forearms on the floor, hips nice and square, feet a little bit wider than hip width to help you stabilize, and a shoulder touch. Beautiful. Thank you, Lise. If you want to progress further and you have no impingement issues, you're going to get a low-mounted band. You're going to move back so there's a very light tension on that band. Feet, shoulder width or slightly wider, hips nice and square, rowing your elbow to your hip, reaching overhead, rowing your elbow to your hip, and reaching overhead. Don't let the hips turn, don't shrug your shoulders. Thank you, Lise. Next progression. If all's good, then we're going to lose a point of stability by elevating one of our legs. Hand goes in the band, so it goes around the wrist. Go into your plank, elevate the opposite leg to the arm you're using, row nice and strong, control back.
Keep your hips straight.
Thank you, Lisa. The tendency is to turn the hips. And you do your reps for each side. So that is the lean eating. You can come. Phase 11, workout number 1, using bands predominantly. Work through them as PN described them, and really work on good quality form. Don't sacrifice the form for the reps.
I'd encourage you to do it outside on the grass as well, because that really does destabilise you, so just put another dynamic to the workout.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Good job.